Hello, everyone. Welcome to the sixth podcast of CIPS MENA Procurement Master Talk series. I'm your host, Lalit Dhamija. I have 40 years experience in procurement and supply, and I'm ex-procedure and process assurance manager for procurement department of ADNOC Onshore. After my career spanning 37 years, I am now a global procurement and supply chain trainer and coach. I've been working as a CIPS volunteer in UAE since 2009. Today, I'm honored to be joined by Mr. Waleed Al Saeedi. We will talk with him about procurement, best practices, what should be done in this pandemic, what he has been doing for learning and development of his staff, and other related issues. We will summarize the key learnings at end of the podcast. CIPS MENA Procurement Master Talk series covers in-depth interviews with procurement and supply chain management professionals from various diverse industries. The stories about high and lows in the lives of procurement masters provide thought-provoking insights to face the market challenges for procurement professionals' pursuit to become strategic partners of their organizations. Our guest for today, as I already said, for CIPS MENA Procurement Master Talk Show is Mr. Waleed Al Saeedi. Hello, Mr. Waleed. How are you doing?
Hello, Mr. Lalit. Thank you very much for hosting me today in this talk. Thank you, Lalit.
Thank you. So, Mr. Waleed Al Saeedi is the Supply Management Director at Department of Tourism and Culture, Abu Dhabi, a successful leader who has been instrumental in shaping the future of Abu Dhabi government procurement and the procurement profession itself. Mr. Al Saidi has spearheaded multiple initiatives throughout his career. In particular, he has been instrumental in the development of digital tools, sustainable practices, frameworks, and methods of working designed to reduce costs and boost efficiency. His achievements, such as the award of CIPS Platinum certification in record time and making DCT only the 12th organization in the world to receive the accreditation, have not gone unnoticed. In recognition of his work, the director has been rewarded with over a dozen award nominations, accolades received in 2019-20. These include Mr. Waleed Al Saidi being named in the top 10 supply chain executives of the world by Supply Chain Digital magazine and received the Procurement Leader Award 2020 from Future Procurement Leaders. Furthermore, for 2018 CIPS MENA Procurement Awards, Mr. Al Saidi won the Procurement and Supply Chain Professional of the Year Award. Given the outstanding work and performance of the DCT procurement function and multiple shortlistings and award through this hard work are well merited. Today, Mr. Waleed advocates a vision for the future of procurement to become a leading function in developing future strategies of any organization. Once again, Mr. Waleed, you are welcome, and we are fortunate to have you here with us, and we'll be trying to have your views on various subjects. Uh, Mr. Waleed, first one, how did you enter the procurement and supply chain world? Can you describe your journey so far? Already we got an insight into or a glimpse of what you have been involved in, and it is really extraordinary. So we want to know from your side about your journey and how you entered into procurement and supply chain board.
Okay, thank you again, Lalit, and thank you for the introduction. It's really seems you done a great job preparing for this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I graduated, Lalit, as civil engineer. I joined one of admin group of companies as civil engineer in maintenance. To be frank, at that time, I never thought about procurement at all.
Mm-hmm.
I get in touch with procurement people as a civil engineer when I have certain requirements for our plant projects, maintenance. So I get a bit about the procurement, but it was not in my mind till maybe second or third year when I get noticed by the procurement director at that time, who request me if I can join their department as contracts engineer.
Uh-huh.
So that happened in early and exactly 2nd of January 2000.
Oh, really?
So
You
it was
remember it
really,
vividly? Wow.
yes, very, very, very good opportunity.
So,
And before that, I joined something called Y2K. I'm sure new generation will not understand what Y2K.
when
Uh,
turn of the century, when we were entering
exactly.
from 1999 to 2000, right?
Exactly. So
Uh-huh.
I joined admin group at 97 May, and
Uh-huh.
they decide to have this Y2K project by mid 98. So
Uh-huh.
that was first touch with the procurement. Then when I joined as civil contracts engineer, there I start real journey with procurement.
Uh-huh.
I work with admin group of companies for almost 13 years
Uh-huh.
uh, till I get promoted to the contracts manager.
Uh-huh.
Then I join Emirates Nuclear Corporation establishment in
Okay.
May 2010
Okay.
as contracts and procurement manager
Mm-hmm.
for 3 years. To be frank, I always consider oil and gas is real second university, where,
Yes.
as you know, a lot of expertise, a lot of stakeholders or shareholders from different parts of the world
Right.
willing to share the knowledge, willing to get the latest technology. And that
Yes.
real experience I'm really proud of. So that first 13 years of my experience, it was really very, very rich. I'm very
Uh-huh.
proud of it.
Uh-huh.
Nevertheless, when I joined ENIC, Emirates Nuclear Corporation,
Mm-hmm.
that another dimension, another level,
Uh-huh.
where it is and still considered one of the very unique project in globally, not only in UAE,
Mm-hmm.
even consider or given the golden standard when it comes to the size and
Mm-hmm.
advance of the technology.
Yeah.
In 2013, again in May, I joined Abu Dhabi government in at that time, what do we call it? Uh, the authority, tourism authority,
Uh-huh.
which become DCT Abu Dhabi or Department of Culture and Tourism Abu Dhabi.
Mm-hmm.
So this is my journey with procurement, and of course that doesn't happen easily. But I can tell you, I found myself from the first day I joined the procurement. It's full of challenge,
Mm-hmm.
something really I enjoyed.
Yeah.
There's no day similar to the day uh, or previous
Right.
day. Always new challenge, and
Yeah.
that's what really make me always thinking it's one of the best career ever any person could imagine.
Absolutely. Such a good recitation of your story and your journey. And I can say, like, you're talking about oil and gas and it being a university. Like most of my career, I've been in oil and gas. And as you know, last 30 years, I was with ADNOC. in oil and gas, and I can really tell you there is so much learning, and it is like a university. You get all the resources from all over the world because of shareholders and other learning and development training, which is ongoing all the time. And
Absolutely, absolutely.
secondly, about procurement, like you are a civil engineer, I'm a mechanical engineer, and like both of us have done other MBA and other degrees. But having said that, we have worked in technical fields also. But when we came to procurement and supply chain, especially, I can say there is so much potential in procurement and supply. Even technical skills you can use in specifications. This is market intelligence, strategic planning, performance management, category management, project management. All the skills are used in procurement, and as you rightly said, no 2 days are together or are the same. So wonderful. I relate with what you have described. And Mr. Waleed, which three words do you think your colleagues and peers would use to describe you?
Well, that's really difficult to
I thought it will be
describe.
very easy.
No, it's really difficult. Anyway,
Uh-huh.
maybe some people will see me as very passionate. At the same
Uh-huh.
time, I like the challenge, and I don't mind always to try new things and raise the bars when it comes to the standards and requirements. I think this what
Mhm.
I see people always see me as.
Sure, I know you, and we have been in touch from more than 10 years, even within the office environment and outside. And you were our chairman of Abu Dhabi branch committee. So I can't never forget the leadership which you gave. And if I have to describe you, I will say you are you are friendly, you are focused, and what you are approachable. So you are approachable, friendly, flexible, and you motivated me for applying for fellow of Chartered Institute of Procurement and Supply. You were after me for a year or so, so I really remember that, and always I thank you for that. So going ahead, Mr. Waleed, tell us something about what we don't know about you, your hobbies or timeouts.
Mostly, I like reading. To be frank, I
Uh-huh.
enjoy reading. Also, as outside, I like horse riding,
Horse
equestrian.
riding. Uh-huh.
Yes, I like movies, watching movies, especially going to the cinema. Not everything, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm very selective, to be frank, in certain type of movies.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So nowadays we are locked down, and most of us people talk about Netflix. I don't know whether you are a fan of Netflix or not, because that is helping many people to stay at home.
Of course, of course. Without it, you can't imagine
Yeah,
what you will do during these difficult days.
yeah, absolutely. We can be selective and choose the type of movies we like, and this is a good resource these days. So good. So it is reading, horse riding, and movies. That's wonderful. Now, we have seen your articles about you and also by you on international procurement magazines. Also, you have received numerous international awards. Like when I did research, I could find out, and I was really amazed. What is the secret of your success? For our audience, sake of our audience, we want you to be a bit more transparent with us, please.
Okay, this very good question, Lalit. Easy and difficult in the same time. In a way, my response to this always, you should not focus in getting this as objective. Actually,
Mhm.
you should focus as procurement professional
Yeah.
to be better than yourself every day, challenging yourself every day, challenging and raising the bar when it comes to your team, your organization, benchmark yourself with the best when it comes to the procurement and supply chain professionals. Rest will come by itself.
Mm-hmm.
To be frank, I never thought on the awards by itself, but when I applied to the awards for the first time, maybe like 3, 4 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
um, I find it just reflecting what we already achieved.
Mm-hmm.
So my advice to other people,
Mm-hmm.
don't make it by itself as objective, because it doesn't really matter if you win or not. It's the more to be yourself as a genuine person, genuine professional, who
Mm-hmm.
trying to make things really better within the organization. Trying to influence the others, not only procurement. I don't want to mention names or organization,
Mm-hmm.
but thanks God, a lot of time I found myself inspiring people to work better, especially when um, the environment is competitive, where
Mm-hmm.
people and teams can show their work, showing the best they can do,
Mm-hmm.
and that will always inspire people to compete with better ideas and do better than what they thought they can do. Another thing, always I advise the especially young people to stop doing the routine. If you know something, go to something else you don't know. Try to learn something different every day. And this not a wisdom that I came up with. This is something I learned from others also. Especially in my first few years in oil and gas, I was inspired by a lot of really great leaders
Mm-hmm.
who show me the road. They show me the path. Especially, people tend sometime to get relaxed, not really, or I would say enjoying the success for some time.
Mm-hmm.
Where actual success actually, it's like climbing a mountain. You can't stop if you want to go to the top. You always think and what next, what you can
Mm-hmm.
do better, how you can do it better than before, how you can expand your knowledge, how you can transfer that knowledge to other people, how you can even extend this experience and
Mm-hmm.
knowledge to other organization, how to influence the community within your city or your area,
Mm-hmm.
and give that feeling. That by itself, in my opinion, the best reward I ever or award I ever received.
Wonderful. There are so many great messages here, and it is quite inspiring. And I'm focusing on stop doing the routine. Now, imagine in this situation, if people were just doing the routine, they will not be able to cope up. We need a different type of leaders, different type of decision makers, and fast acting people in this situation, what we are going through. Of course, if this message was there, maybe this your team already learned it from you. Try to learn something new every day. Transfer the knowledge. Do something for the community, and work in a high pressure, competitive environment. Be genuine professional, trying to make things better within your organization. Means these are universally true at any particular time. And okay, I visited your office many times in different capacities, and really I've seen a glimpse of it. You can, when you enter the office, you can see from the posters, from the environment, from the type of people, the type of interaction, and type of initiatives you invite within your company. You invited so many different companies for, like I know once we came for cross industry best practices and for cross industry collaboration, and many times we have come to give certification and awards as a CIPS team to your company, to your professionals. So it is vibrant, and in the awards we see your teams coming and winning so many awards. So I think not only you are telling these points which are important, but you are really walking the talk. And this is a testimony from your awards, from your publications, and what you're doing for your team. So it is wonderful to remarkable learnings and sharing of knowledge with us. Again, coming back to the same point, we see you as a role model for grooming up and upskilling your team. We have seen you give priority and also take interest in learning and development. Can you tell us on the initiatives you have been involved in all these years, maybe with your team and yourself as a person, so that it will help our procurement community?
Okay, good. This really good question, Lalit. I'll give you
Mhm.
example from DCT. For example, when I
Uh-huh.
joined DCT, there were only one person who held MSIPs, and most of the team, they never even get interested to know about SIPs as
Mhm.
procurement professional organization trying to promote the procurement in the highest level when it comes to the professional. Nowadays, we are four people holding FSIPs, two people holding MSIPs, and they are in the process to get their FSIPs. We have more than 25 people
Mhm.
who's doing the MSIPs qualification with two levels, and another people joining. This not only what we done. Some of them they left the organization, but
Ah,
they still doing this with us
wonderful.
as part of the DCT.
Uh-huh.
Uh, and a lot of time I get calls from different organization here in Abu Dhabi requesting and asking about this success story and
Mhm.
how they can start.
Yeah.
At least three or four organizations, they almost follow the same story now,
Mhm.
and they even doing better than what we done. That really what again make me happy. That really
Uh-huh.
what give me the feeling of the achievement, uh, not anything else. Another success story. When I joined the city, my boss requested me to apply for SIBS Gold at that time
Uh-huh.
because he came to know about our success in ENIC and achieving first organization outside Europe to get and receive SIBS
Gold.
Gold
I
certificate.
remember that.
For
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was the first ever to happen
Mhm.
outside Europe,
Yeah.
and it was with ENIC. So basically, I told him we need some time to build the right infrastructure and
Mhm.
build the team, and this
Yeah.
exactly what happened. When I felt the time is right to start it, we applied for it, and
Mhm.
you know the rest of story.
Yeah.
We get the SIPS Platinum.
Yeah.
We get it in the shortest time ever recorded by SIPS with really great result. And not only this, because I keep saying always awards and certificate, it doesn't mean anything if it
Mhm.
doesn't really get reflected
Mhm.
within the organization.
Yeah.
If people doesn't see the quality of the work, that's mean it's just a paper,
Mhm.
doesn't really worth what efforts you done if
Yeah.
that doesn't reflect within the process and relationship
Yes.
with your stakeholders. So
Yes.
this one of the let's say few things we done within DCT.
Mhm.
In same time, I'm uh, I get appointed as a mentor for a few Emiratis
Mhm.
within DCT, and that tend to be a really very good experience for me
Mhm.
because sometimes even if you are good on what you're doing, it's not easy to guide people and mentor people in the right direction
Correct.
Lalit. It's required a lot of patience, and it
Hmm.
required understanding these people, understanding their ability, their capability, their qualification, their ambitions, and at the same time, what really inspiring them. Till
Hmm.
you know that, it's hard to make things change. And Alhamdulillah, in a few cases, it turned these people to different people to best level and good achievement.
So many people are doing MSIPs, and beyond that, there are four fellows in your company, which I think in the GCC it is the most. Four fellows in a single company, a fellow of Chartered Institute of Procurement and Supply.
Yeah, by the way, if someone hear me, I challenge.
And you're releasing the staff for doing the studies. That is a commitment. Getting the budget from them, convincing the management, and having a long-term perspective. Training qualifications do take time, but ultimately you reap the rewards in the long term. So that is a vision which really procurement leaders like you, we are inspired by that. And wonderful. And other is getting the certification. Like you rightly said, that paper will hardly mean anything, but when you get the paper, that means you got robust processes, procedures, policies. That itself speaks for itself. So, and people are working in a structured and an organized manner. Now, going further, this is a very relevant question in which we want your views. Relevant question in the present times, and we want your views on this. How is the current situation changing your thinking or approach towards procurement, supply chain in the industry and market as a whole?
Okay, I assume you're talking about COVID-19 situation, Lalit.
Yes, sir.
Okay. For me, the situation or current crisis, if I would say, it's something really broken the barrier between what people wish to have and
Mm-hmm.
what the reality.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you an example. Let's be clear here.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to the technology, infrastructure, and support,
Mm-hmm.
at least within UAE, we are ahead of so many countries.
Yes.
But the question, are we willing to maximize the utilization of this technology?
Mm.
I doubt. Before COVID-19, few organization was willing to reach to the maximum utilization of this technology. A lot just rubbing the old practice with the
Mm-hmm.
new technology. Not
Right.
really like someone who just painting nice picture and behind there's something different. A lot of
Yeah.
bureaucracy, a lot of
Yes.
paper, a lot of old practice. But
Absolutely.
once this happen, people get little bit shocked in the beginning and innovative in maximizing the utilization of the technology. And this happened within no time. Again, because we have this infrastructure, we have this technology. We used to have it and not utilize it.
Yeah.
Imagine if before COVID, you tell someone, I'm not going to office today, I want to work from home.
Right.
Uh, that will not be a very positive feedback
Yeah.
you will receive.
Yeah.
Not everywhere, but in most of the, let's say, organization. That including myself, by the way, Lalit.
We all are in
When it
the
comes to
same
my
boat.
team,
Yeah.
because we applied or obliged to follow the policies, procedures, not necessarily we believe on it.
Mm-hmm.
But once that happened, believe me, the situation become absolutely different. People become more productive, better quality in the work, quick in their action, and also more collaborative. People, you find them all the time on the Teams, for example, Microsoft Teams application, utilizing the cloud to prepare all the required report or documents, maximizing the interaction with other colleagues. No more time wasted. Meetings like waiting for room.
Yeah, booking room,
And
meeting rooms. Yeah,
exactly, and traveling between the offices or from office to home and home to
yeah.
office. So that really, I see the positive side of this crisis. Um, is the things going to stay once COVID-19 become done and
Yeah,
finalized? I
yeah.
don't think so. I will echo what His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid mentioned yesterday. The world after COVID-19, not the same world after before COVID-19.
Yeah,
Things definitely going to change. People should think even in some functions within the organization. And in personal level, people should learn new skills.
yeah,
No matter what your profession, you need to start learning new skills
yeah.
in order to cope with the change. Young people, they are more capable when it comes to the technology,
Yeah.
and I think everyone should start learn, and as I said earlier, go to whatever you don't know. Try to expand your knowledge, and that applies to what's expected to happen after COVID or post COVID 19.
Wonderful messages and a good explanation about the current situation and how it has changed. And we ourselves are seeing when we are conducting online training. So first of all, the participation is there. People are not escaping. They are in the class. They are more focused, more questions, and one-to-one interaction is much better. And we feel the first-hand experience and the type of feedback we get after that, people are interested. We do various type of quizzes, games, interaction by this online learning. So what you say, I'm reflecting the same. People are more productive and more interested, and we are getting more results in these type of things. And like, we have to be innovative. We are seeing so many innovations coming because of this COVID. My Like, we are getting medicines from the hospital, they are delivering in home. Banks, they are delivering documents in home. These exchanges, they are delivering at home. Education institutions, they are all learning online. And as you might have said, like you said, uh, uh, world after COVID-19 will not be the same as before. And what we have listened now, yesterday, Twitter said this working from home can be for life for employees who are interested. But the paradigm is shifting, things are changing. Mr. Waleed, beyond this pandemic, what are the key trends companies will need to consider? How do you think we will need to kickstart procurement and supply chain once things begin to recover?
Again, we should think in utilizing the new technology
Mm-hmm.
in different way. We
Yeah,
should think in restructuring even the way that we process our work.
yeah,
We should think on a different way how we get related to our stakeholders, to
yeah.
our people who we supposed to provide our service. We can't continue in the same way.
Mm-hmm.
And I think from the technology, which I think the good news from technology side, big companies, they taking this opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
They start releasing new tools. Before we start, you mentioned like Google and other companies, they start giving free tools in order to attract the users
Yes,
to their applications and requirements. And the
right.
same should happen with procurement. The worst thing always to do as procurement professional, trying to do the same way of the work, utilizing new techniques or technology, where it should be the opposite actually. Once we have a new technology, we should think and restructure our process and way we conducting the business. In all days, people get to our request suppliers to submit to sealed envelopes and need
Yeah.
to drop in a certain box, and there is specific procedure how to open these
Yes.
envelopes and so on.
Yes.
Imagine we just doing this and trying to use the technology to imitate this. It will not be successful without having innovative way
Yeah.
to handle this. That's mean we'll keep doing this, and even will create bottlenecks when it comes to the
Right.
in my opinion, the technology, especially when it comes to artificial intelligence, big data, and a lot of technology happening now, like blockchain and other, still in the beginning, and not all organization start thinking to utilize this, especially when it comes to the procurement. Some still thinking in this three quotation and classical and tactical way of getting stuff and services from their suppliers.
Yeah. Absolutely. Uh, okay, I think it could be the last question. Will remote working and digitization play a bigger role from now on?
I'll tell you, I'm working article, Lalit.
Uh-huh.
I think it will be ready and published, inshallah, within the next 2 weeks.
Wow, we'll
It's
be looking
all
forward to.
about,
Yeah.
yes, all about post COVID-19 and
Okay.
what's the opportunity available now, how we
Mm-hmm.
can achieve real saving. I'll give you one example. We get always the best talent from different parts of the world.
Mm-hmm.
But with that, we pay a lot of cost when it comes to the logistics,
Yeah.
like getting the people, fly them in, accommodation,
Mm-hmm.
transportation, and so on,
Right.
which cost a lot of money.
Yeah.
Imagine if your organization get these talented and experienced people from their home
Wow.
in different part of the world,
Yeah.
from Tokyo, London, New
Yes.
York, Sydney,
Yeah.
and you get the best of the best, and you will find yourself paying fraction of money actually comparing
Imagine.
to what now organization pay in order to get this expertise. So this only one part of it. Another
Yeah.
part of it, uh, the offices, I think, will not be the same.
Yeah.
Big space, not anymore required.
Mm.
People who get like 10 floors, I think they should not need more than 30% of the space they need. Imagine
Right.
how much that will cost for saving
Yeah.
and cost cutting for them. So this is what I'm trying to say. With these crises, there
Mm-hmm.
is opportunity, and people should rethink when it comes to the way that need to handle the business. I'm sure we are in the beginning. A lot of things will happen in the coming weeks and months, and we need to keep our mind open, use this new opportunity wisely in order to get a lot of new things and innovative ideas.
Oh, wonderful. You gave two, three good points, which I think people have been really thinking about it. Remote working and saving on money, or as far as the buildings are concerned, and communication, logistics, transportation, visa charges, all the things that will be massive saving. And the we have seen it is as good as being in the office. Like a lot of things could be done remotely, and great ideas. And I think it is a time to wrap up now. Thanks for joining me. And before you do go, I'll just read the key learnings. What we learned from this talk was you told us if you're talking about award, that should not be an objective. When you are improving an organization, like you said, it comes naturally. You anyway have done the improvement within your organization, and then you are applying for the award. You get or you don't get does not matter, but we have to focus on better things and raise the bar, learn new things every day, benchmark with the best, and rest will come itself. Be a genuine professional, trying to make things better within your organization. That is the mindset. Like, it is not a routine. We are going to office 8 to 5, doing routine jobs, issuing purchase orders. So the thinking itself, the mindset itself will change if we are there. Our leadership is telling, grooming us for doing the things better and different every day. And have professionals who can work in a competitive, and they have to do better than themselves, and try to learn something new every day, transfer the skills to others, influence the community. And we should also understand the aspirations and ambitions of the young people. Good thing what you told is about maximizing the use of technology. I know we had, once this video conference was introduced, we had that big screens in the conference room for video conferencing. Hardly any time it was used. I tried to use it 2, 3 times, but then technical glitches were coming or people were not motivated. And company had spent so much on the video conferencing. We have to maximize the use of technology for our purpose, for doing things in innovative ways, and for being more productive. That's the maximum use of the technology, and to have more interaction, be more you for offering to our community who wants to contact you for support and guidance. Thank you, Mr. Waleed.
Thank you, Lalit. Thank you.
Thank you. Audience, thank you very much for tuning in. You can find all the podcasts of the CIPS MENA Procurement Talk series on the CIPS MENA Facebook, and we will also provide you link in the show notes. Once again, thank you very much for tuning in.